Hello YouTubers and welcome. Today is June 19th, Father's Day, and today I'm at the Tamaqua Summerfest, and we just saw the train go up for the 11 o'clock excursion up to the high bridge. I'm gonna probably go up around the 3 o'clock to catch my friend Bob's gonna be here, by the way. He's taking the train ride up to the high bridge at 3 o'clock. See, we're right in front of the Tamaqua Railroad Station, and I met some other people that are in the Victorian realm of riding the penny farthings, they're called, from the Victorian era. So I'm with my wife, Jamie, right here.
Hi.
Got my friend Eric, and my mother-in-law, Joanne.
All right.
Here. Gonna have a good time today. Now, if you remember, I was here at the 2021 festival. I'm gonna try to show some different things. Some of the same things go on each year, but now some different things and some new features that they just did at the Tamaqua Museum. So, enough yakking. Let's get cracking and enjoy some good Summerfest heritage of Tamaqua. There's some of the Patchtown players you've seen when I was over in Lansford. They have a little display out. Bad little breaker boys. They did something naughty. They're standing with their heads against the table in timeout.
I lived there for 37 years.
I lived on the hill. I lived on Holland, right up front.
Okay. And that's right in front of the First National Bank, which is Tamaqua Historical Society. Let's take a walk in, see what we see. This is neat. Wow, it's warm in here. There's one of these bikes we saw earlier. Yeah, we're gonna see how they get on one of them. That's where you had to ride back in the day. I found a relative here I didn't know about. How you doing? Look, I like, don't we? Take you in the annexes. I want to show you this. I can't wait. This is neat. If you look, this is the old Barber Pole. It used to be at Size Barber Shop up there on Race Street in Southwood. That used to belong to the barber's last name was Hirsch. It's the same as mine. Noble Hirsch. Down here on Broad Street. And Center Street is where this sat. So I'm going to show you something else here. Yeah, there's that nice original barber scene here. And you have some old antique liquor bottles. An old train. This train, I was told, was handmade by a gentleman. I don't know if there's no working on it. But right behind it, if you look at that. That's the bar they just installed. Ah, we found. What's up, Bill?
Looking good. I like your hat.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll turn you around. There's Bill Harleman. He's the vice president of the Historical Society in Tamaqua and the president of the Historical Society in Lansford. So he's got his hands full and do a very beautiful job. I'm just showing everyone the bar here. See you later. Let's turn you around at this bar. That is beautiful. They just installed that about a month ago. Oh, that is gorgeous. This is an original bar in the late 1800s. I'll have to ask Dale. I forget when. Where did they get this from? Do you remember? I have to ask Dale. I forgot. There's a picture. Is that the Majestic? No. I forget where that's at. Here's some old photos. But yeah, look at that, beautiful. Even that register, that's solid brass, and there are buttons marked for quarts, pints, and what was the other size beer? There's another size beer I can't remember, but that's all original, except for the beer bottles, and of course they're fake. I think they're fake. Oh, we'll find out later today.
It's fake.
And they got the nice deer heads on either side of the bar. Wow, this is beautiful. And that mirror actually came out of the H.G. Widley mansion, and he ran the Tamaqua Powder Works up by Taggartsville, if you remember that video I did. And it's a model of, what house was this? Doesn't say.
What's that?
That's a similar bar. I forget where that exactly was. I don't know if that's the Italian club. I could be wrong. Oh no, Keller's. Keller's. It's right here. And it's on a real player piano, which does not function. I wish they would get it run. And you get a, I'm always checking out the old store in front of the ice cream cooler, and you have the old scale, the paper to wrap the deli goods in. Very beautiful, all original. And even the register is from the era. And that's an old wooden one. Very nice. They also have like a physicians area here. Some articles from a dentist. Now, the sewing machine didn't come from a doctor's office. I don't know why they have that there. Very cool. And well, right across from that, I guess you'd have to funeral parlor. That's a real wicker casket. And there's an old wooden one. Very cool. Yes. They have a lot of stuff over here. Pictures. I don't want to go over there. I have too much stuff hanging, but all the stuff they use for embalming, preparing for a funeral. There's another old wooden one. Very nice display they have here. We're gonna come back out to the end. They don't have this running. Crowd of people in here. I just got the breaker running, and you remember the remember this thing I got working? Actually works. Must be out of coal. They took the coal out, I guess. There's coal in it yet. Yeah, their displays. And they have murals up here, old pictures around Tamaqua area. And there's the old roundhouse.
Oh, there's Marissa.
It's not working right now. They don't have enough outlets to plug everything in. And you can see all the coal mining implements they have down here. Oh, that display case looks nice. I like how they did that. That's the new, one of the newer ones they just got in. Yeah, I like how it lights from the bottom here. That. Yeah. We did. We spent a lot of time cleaning. This is the area my wife worked on. Now the twins are back. And we got supper on the stove. Check that out. Oh, that looks good. Vacuum cleaner, the old style ironing board. The old wringer washer. It's called an Easy. And then that wooden thing is actually an ice box. You fill that with ice, and that's where you kept your cold storage of your food. And there's a very old vintage toaster. And then this would be one of the earliest refrigerators. That's the compressor on the top. The newer ones, the compressor's underneath. So what's my lunch can? Very nice, and so my wife did all this. Very good job, wife. You gotta make it. You gotta do. You make a good wife, hon. Yeah, I like this. You want to talk about an old vintage vacuum cleaner? You have to work this lever, and that made the suction in the vacuum. And that still kind of works. I was playing with it earlier. It still sucks dirt up. Not like the modern ones, but you imagine dragging that around, pumping that handle, and going around every little crevice trying to get all the dirt up. Oh. I'll walk down this way a little bit. There's some religious items. Now this is the back of the model of the Majestic building, I think, to get around to see that. Yeah, they got some old items from the old churches around, original items. We'll display it on the immigration. And this is an actual part of Schuylkill County Prison they ripped out. And that's what they would chain the prisoners to when they were arrested. And I think it says on here that one of the Molly McGuires was held in one of these rings, chained to one of these rings while awaiting trial. I don't know if it'll say what's on here. The old Schuylkill County. And you can pause this if you want to read it. I'll hold it for about 10 seconds here, but if you have to a little longer, just pause the video. I have that movie, and we were just up at the Eckley Miners Village where they filmed that movie. There's Sean Connery, who just recently passed away. It's a shame. He was a very good actor. There's a picture of the, if I can keep the glare out of the picture, H.A. Weldley and Company. That's the Gunpowder Works. That's I guess they call that a lithograph or pencil drawing of the area that used to be up by the Little Schuylkill River. And just to show you where it's right there where I took my finger is, that's where the Tamaqua Tunnel is on the south entrance. And then up in this picture, that's the north entrance and the north side of Tagginsville. It's kind of hard to see it. I have a downloaded picture I'll put up here that'll show you a little better. And then on this display, well, it's up in the other section, these are old wooden molds that they pack in sand, take the wood out, and then it would leave this cavity in the sand for casting metal parts. And these would be the wooden forms or the molds of different parts of machinery. That is very interesting.
Rebecka. Yeah, I think that's
Some old farming items.
not the way in the way.
Oh, you're good. You're good. And some of the old, I can't show them because of the glare of the light, but some old milk bottles. Some of them I remember when I was a kid.
I
Like
remember Heislers.
You remember the Heislers in the metal can or the
Yeah.
metal box you had in your front yard? That's where they put it in,
I
insulated
remember
metal
dropping
box.
one or two.
Yeah, I remember that. I did that when I was a kid.
Yep.
Now everything's plastic, but
Oh, they have a
yeah,
big
used to get it in glass.
Yep. He
Very
works
cool.
at Heislers. He's going there this
Oh, good,
afternoon. Yeah.
good. That's a good place to work. There's all the theaters on here, and yeah, the Majestic building, which is down on Pine and Broad Streets. I think I showed that in my last video. We might go down there too. This is an old version of it. Don't have that fire escape on the side, and the movie awning is now removed. It's not there, but that's a beautiful replica model of the Majestic building here in Tamaqua. Let's see if I can get a close up of that plaque there. Nice. And right next to it, you're wondering what this thing is. This is an old lamp that came out of the Victorian theater that used to be across the street from here. The Salvation Army was housed there. But that's one of the lamps, and there's like 5 or 6 lights that shine up from that. That's all plaster. Very beautiful and very heavy. I had to help put that up there. And we have some more of the Atlas Powder Company. Some relics. I'm just scanning over this because I want to. Oh, here's a picture of the Majestic building, the way it used to look there in Pine and Broad. And here's the Victorian Theater that was across the street. That's gone now. I think they tore that down in the early 80s. The roof is that bad. It was just a dilapidated building, which is a shame. But they have a piece of it still here. Right there, the old lamp. I think there was a picture, yeah, there's a picture of the inside kind of hidden right there behind this frame with the, that's the picture of the inside. I don't know if you could see the lights hanging from the top. I can't get close enough because this isn't a case. But that's the inside of the Majestic, or not the Majestic, the Victorian. Nice. Some more mining equipment, but this is more explosive. I gotta keep my shadow. The lighting here is everywhere, so I'll cast shadows. I apologize for that. Some of the explosive implements the Atlas Powder Company made, and the H.A. Widely company made earlier, before Atlas. And Atlas was owned at first by DuPont, but then later got sold to a company called Copperhead Chemical. And then after Copperhead Chemical shut down, the place has been abandoned. If you get on the train ride, they will. I think they're going to be going down through the old Atlas plant on the line to Ringold. I won't be getting on the train ride because it's all sold out from what I hear. But I will go up to the high bridge and take the drone up there and see if I can get some footage of the train crossing the bridge with my new drone. Yeah, very beautiful. I love this place. This is like my second home when I helped volunteer here. And over there, that's the old vault. The original clock. The time's not right. But that's an old clock, so, and they refixed this window. Remember, this window was in sad shape. That's all been done. This ceiling's got to be 30 foot tall at least. And yeah, they did install sprinkler systems in here recently. That's what a lot of the delay was with opening this place last year. Hey, we found Eric. There's an old relic.
Yeah, I'm the old relic.
And Joanne, my mother-in-law.
Look at the relic that's behind me.
Right here, over alongside of the Atlas display. We're going to get over to that. That's a model of the wagon building and blacksmith shop, Haggerty Blacksmith Shop. And that's been restored. It's still here to this day. We're going to take a look at that. There's some of the implements they have here. Oh, and I'll show you one more. It's hard to see with the glare of the light. This place here is down from the Majestic building. If you look at this church, that should be, I think that's Zion's church. Across the street from that would be the American Host. So that would tell you this building is still here. And Dale lives here somewhere. That's one of his. He still lives in the original houses.
Yeah, Dale put it in there.
Looks beautiful. Another lovely shot of my wife. Let's go down here a little bit. Some more industrial. This is some of the uniforms on display that Morgan Knitting Mills up in hometown used to produce. And we have the school display in the back, all the old school uniforms, trophies, some equipment they used in band and swimming. Oh, there's two old desks over there I want to check a look at. Over by the, I don't know if you see them over by that fur coat. Wow, the old sewing machine. And the old, I think this was to make thermal underwear, the way it looks like it's displayed here. The material for thermal underwear, a weaving machine. It's not operational. This would be neat to see operational, but the mechanics involved, astronomical, the engineering that went in back in the day. They do have a tribute to all our military veterans here from back to Civil War all the way up to, I think, Vietnam. And I did donate. That's my uncle that passed away a couple of years ago right there. You have him in the display. He was a military veteran of Tamaqua. Yep. Tribute to the heroes of Tamaqua and all over the world. Around each spot here. There's some more local businesses from the past. Yeah, that's what's labeled. The old switchboards they had. That's how you called somebody. You called the operator and they'd hook you up to the right line. Oh, this is a beautiful panoramic view of, this is looking from Hunter Street down Broad Street. The J.J. Newberry. I remember when that was there. These buildings are still here except for the Victorian. That's been replaced by a newer modern building. It's not a theater anymore. And then the rest of these buildings are still across the street here. Now this would be right across from this museum I'm in. Just taking a walk down Broad Street. I don't know what year this was taken. And that goes between Hunter Street and then up here to Nesca. Cool. Some of the old, there's one of those diving platforms from the swim when you have swim meets. There's a picture of it there. It's hard to get to. Some of the old school memorabilia from Tamaqua. There's a picture of the old high school here somewhere. And I know these bricks were from the old high school that used to be down on Broad Street over by the Schuylkill River, Little Schuylkill River. I don't see a picture. Here's a drawing of that school that used to stand there. There was a better picture of it somewhere. I can find one online. I don't think they have one actually here anymore. They did. But we did have some water drainage or water problems in this museum that we had to deal with. So that meant everything here had to be taken up and taken care of. That's a nice little banner right there. And we're right. I'll let you don't bump it. Right by the vault. Look at the size of this door. Let me get on the other side of it. I'll try to show you. It's so huge. And this thing weighs, I think, 500 tons. Let me get on the other side of it and show you.
The band?
And then they have more newspapers from the day. And Times News. Paper companies from the day. Yeah, I'm not going to get through there. I got to watch. I don't knock anything over. This is not a walkway. So I get around to the, oh, there's an old mailbox, or a paper box, a courier. I remember them. Let's just follow the flow of traffic and the old school desk. Look at this, even the little inkwell for your little jar of ink for your pen. You didn't have ballpoint pens back then. You had to use the old dipping pens. Look at that little desk. Let's see a size comparison to my shoe. That's more like for 5, 6-year-old. Would probably sit at. There'd be another one behind it, just like it. They would correspond, just like in the movie Charlie Brown, the cartoons Charlie Brown. Get over here. That clock is working, but I think the hands keep coming loose on it, and it doesn't hold the time like it should. But it does still work. Yeah, you can see what happens. That's from the water damage we had here. Kind of rusted up. They cleaned this up a little bit. This is all beautiful. I showed this last year. Well, you can't see that. Let me get a picture of me standing in front of it. More over here, but this is pretty much the end of the line for it. This is all storage, but they have some vaults, safety deposit boxes. And right on top of it, I'll show you in a minute. Now, if any of you remember the Texas Lunch in Tamaqua, across from M&S hardware store, that's what it looked like inside. There's Dino, the owner. I think he's still around yet. And that's looking across. Oh yeah, you can see it. That's the Tamaqua Hotel before it burnt down. And that's the Q&A building, Northern Blue Mountain and Reading Railroad. And that's Railroad Street, South Railroad Street. And then this would be Broad Street going down that way. Train tracks would be over here. Now they used to run train tracks across this road and behind his place and go to Pottsville. I think that was the Schuylkill branch. It goes there through the Schuylkill Valley down by Tuscarora. In Middleport, the tracks continue to Pottsville, but from Middleport to Tamaqua, they took them out. And we do have original photos of the place. There's Dino in the window on the right. Tamaqua didn't look so good back in the 70s. It was a little run down. That whole block was taken down, and First Union Bank is there now. These are the original stools from the Texas Lunch. Cool. Now come back to the front here. We're at the Tamaqua, right by the extra working breaker. See it's operating. Inside look at the Tamaqua train station. There's the old high bridge. The old wooden one. Picture of it right here. Gotta watch the glass. Old roundhouse. That's the Q&A building that still stands outside. Oh, you got a glare. Hard to video with glass in front of you. You get such a glare. Old lamps, old stamp, all kinds of neat relics from the past. They have a beautiful model of the train station here. There's what it used to look like back in the early 1900s.
Yeah, the big.
Beautiful. A couple of the old knuckles. And this used to be where the park is now with the fountain. This used to be the building that was there. That's long gone. Beautiful, beautiful buildings they have here. And a clerk's desk for the railroad. All fitted out. Pretty much all the memorabilia, the old Morse code signal, the old telephone. Very cool. And over in that area they have a lot of the firefighting equipment that came from the American Hose and Citizens Fire coming in. Now those two wagons we saw were coming in, original fire wagons. that they would use in the day. But all in all, good crowd. Entrance, I showed just some of the wildlife from the area. Some murals of Tamaqua and Quake Ache. There's a shot of Quake Ache down the main street. There's a beautiful shot of Tamaqua right there. We're from Mount Pisgah. Some neat old printing equipment, and they just purchased this, or just acquired this old Franklin press. And this is sitting right next to the Moser house. Now this, I was told, from here down is the part that's left. This part of the Moser house got torn down for some reason. I guess when they put a highway in through the town back in the day. But they kept half of it, which is a shame. It'd be nice to see the whole thing. Might go down and take a look at it, see if they're doing some remodeling on it. But very cool. We'll save the best for last, which is the hand-drawn hose reel from Citizens Fire Company. Yep, that would be horse-drawn, or sometimes even, if possible, man-drawn. King of hoses. This only has the hose that would hook up to the hydrants, and they have some. It's hard to get back there. Some of the old firefighting equipment. It's hard to see. Very cool. These items are for sale.
Open the stand up to hot dogs and pierogies.
I am going to have one sometime in August. Come down and see if I can get that. I said if I did,
Excuse the music in the background, but if you look next to the annex building, they acquired this building, which, if you remember, it was in bad shape. The bricks are falling. They completely rebuilt it. And that's going to be another part of the museum also. And the apartments, they actually have tenants in them now. Now I can't show you what the apartments look like that were refurbished, unfortunately. They did a beautiful job fixing up the annex, the museum. The only thing is the clock does not have the right time. I don't know why that's not working properly. But that's the original clock if you look at the old pictures of this bank. Just to show you at the annex building, they have a nice little display of, look at this old radio. That's the speaker on top. Wow. I didn't notice this at first. I just caught it. My wife pointed it out. She goes, look at the old radios. Look at that with the old antenna. I can't see what brand they are. Glare out a window. I wonder if these work yet. The old magazine. Oh, there's an old antique. Look at these radios, hon. They're old. That's like one of the first radios.
Wow.
The old crystal radios. They used a piece of crystal to make the radio frequency. That's an old one, the megaphone. Magnavox. Old radio tubes. We have some more over here. Hey, how you going?
Good. How are you? They're not open, huh?
Bob V, yeah, they're open. Bob V and his wife Rebecka. We're checking out the old radios. They just got this collection in, I just noticed. Very cool. I wish you could smell the food cooking here. Look at that. Oh, it smells good. Gyros, shish kebabs. Long line for barbecue. And we're going to be heading down this street to the blacksmith shop, Escapec Street.
I was just saying, everybody's showing him attention today. So. Watch. He will do all of it.
Get good.
Hot dog.
Hot dog, all right. I can smell it. Oh, food smells so good here.
Three for $1.
That's not bad.
I'm gonna get
I'm gonna eat later. I'm not hungry yet. Just looking at the sights of Tamaqua. There's looking down Escapec Street. We're gonna head down that way next. There we have.
Hey buddy, how are you?
There's Dale Freudenberger.
I got your picture in the Memorial Day parade. Sent it to your gram.
Shit.
I sent it to your gram.
Crackers here.
How you doing?
Sir? Wandering around again?
Yep.
Good boy.
We got Dale here. He's responsible for all this.
How are you?
Say, how are
Nice
you?
day here at the Tamaqua Summerfest.
Yes, it is. Finally, better than that. Last year was so hot.
Can't beat it. It's a
And again,
perfect
thank-
day.
I want to say thank you for doing all this.
Museum reopened. Well, thank you for helping. We couldn't have done it without you guys helping.
Oh, okay. I enjoy every minute of it.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's do the flag.
I found
It's interesting. Really with the landlord. It's uncertain what the future is.
oh, it's like all of Tamaqua here. Beautiful HO scale. And that building is looking in the back here. That's the old bakery, and then it's in progress, but that's the model of the train station. Oh, this one has sound to it. Very nice little train display.
Oh, you're taking pictures of it.
I said to Jim, I said,
I heard some beautiful music playing from an acoustic guitar. I think I found the source. And right down here, the Haggerty Blacksmith Shop. That sounded good. And we're here at the Haggerty Blacksmith Shop in Nescopeck Street, right here by one of the iron steps. Let's take a walk in and see what new things they might have got. They did refurbish it a little bit. Some new paint in the doors. A little dark in here, but we'll make it. How you doing?
Pretty good, you?
Nice. Doing good. Enjoying this. Oh, wow. And in there, you can't see, but that's the office. I can peek you in there. You can look in that door. That's all original from when the owner was last here operating. They left everything in the office the same. Very cool. Check out all the implements. Now this is odd. Pipe wrench with a handle welded on both ends.
That'd be for a twisting.
Yeah, I gotta say, you have to really crank it. For two handles to be on it, I gotta really crank down on it. I got old vice. I have an old one up at work. I forget what brand it is, but it has a spring in the middle. It's sort of like that, but not as big.
Yeah.
But it's an old timey one. It turns. It's mounted on a 1/2-inch metal plate table. You can't even move the table.
Yeah.
It's too heavy. Beautiful displays. Oh, they got this out. The old brake. Yeah, excuse the lighting in here. It's a little dimly lit, but.
You have to look at the bellows.
Oh, where are they at? They're in the back there.
In the back.
I heard you've got a new set of bellows for this. That was what was originally was in here at one time. Was a bellows
Yeah,
set.
it might have been, but it would have had to have been with a different forge.
Okay.
But those predated this shop, the bellows.
Oh, okay.
They're out of Nazareth, blacksmith and a gunmaker shop down there.
Ah.
So we have to do some research to find out what was.
Where it actually originated.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hard part. Getting it's one thing, but finding the history and keeping the history.
Guy's following us.
Who's following us?
The guy out there.
Well, we'll go follow him. Let's check this. Oh, here it is. Here's these old bellows. Look at that. It's just temporarily set up here for now. But yeah, it worked that stick up and down. And I would pull on that chain and work this. Very cool. And then this would be the stables. Gotta watch out, get kicked. The old leather work. I got a lot of relics here. Very cool. What's all over here? Anything? A couple grinding stones. There's one of the harnesses. And yeah, very nice. Very nicely done. You can tell a lot of this is not original. It's been replaced and refurbished. But it's still beautiful that they did all this work to restore this building. Okay, that'll do it for little carriage here. Hey. There's,
Yeah, I don't care.
that was the cars in the
Watch,
day.
Jamie.
Oh, watch the dog. Oh, he's cute. And it is a pet-friendly event. There, that chunk of coal. Come on, Eric, help me lift this up and put it in the back of the car. It only weighs about 2 or 3 tons. It's not that heavy. All right, we're gonna go. Let's see, which way should we go now? That way. Okay.
Hi.
And with all the food, you get up to the Dos Casa Italian restaurant. This used to be a department store at one time, and they redid it all into a beautiful Italian restaurant right outside.
I already have one order.
Oh, you got one, Eric? Go ahead, go ahead. You're good. You're good. Got coal-fired pizza going here. Check that out. It's hard to see, but can't see in too
I already
good.
have one order. Pizza.
Coal-fired pizza.
Wood fire.
Wood-fired. Okay. I thought it was coal-fired. I don't smell coal burn. Still, that's the best way to cook. Well, I found somebody here. Got RJ with me. He's gonna go up with me. We're gonna see what we can do with our drones and get some good footage of the train that's getting ready to board for the last ride. And it's gonna go up to the high bridge in Hometown. I guess we better get going so we don't miss it. So I'll meet you up there at the high bridge.